Welcome to NSEN. I'm Kaya Carmona, and I'm here with Jeremy Inslee and Justin Beasley. This is our all debate episode. We're going to start off with a discussion about our MTSU men's basketball team and who on the roster can lead us to the tournament for next year. Justin?
Well, I think one of the first names, obviously, that comes to mind is Kerry Hammonds. 27 points against Ole Miss. Not scared to take the big shot. He did that at Western Kentucky, did that against St. Mary's. And I think the second name, Nico Hunter. He's not scared of the big moment either. Big against Western Kentucky, had a great junior year, came out at the end of the year. And I think those two lead the forefront into next season.
Most definitely, I do agree with you on that. Kerry Hammonds is definitely, with him being an upcoming senior, he's definitely going to have to step up his game and definitely lead this team to a hopeful potential tournament berth, especially with him shooting 72% from the free throw line. He's a 40% three-point shooter and also shoots 45% from the field. So definitely his game is going to be needed if MT looks to return to the tournament. Also, I want to point out Sean Jones, who is a defensive presence down low for MT, who led the team with 41 blocks this season, is also going to be crucial for MT next year.
Yeah, if Sean Jones can put together two halves, he's probably one of the best centers in next year's Conference USA. But if you ask me if I can take one player from last year's team with 6 seniors, I'm still going to take Kerry Hammonds because of the big play potential. He's from Siegel. He's shown that he can score over 20. Marcus Knight could do that, but not consistently in big games like Kerry could. He's 6'6", big stature, kind of like Kobe Bryant. Like I said, he's not afraid of the big moment. He always took big shots from three-point land. He was kind of like a Raymond Centron, except he could play a lot of defense and really motivate the team in big games.
True enough, and because Raymond Centron, I believe, led MT in three-point shooting this year, as well as James Gallman, who was a prolific scorer for the MT basketball squad. So his play is definitely going to be crucial. And with Nico Hunter, I believe I think he's the point guard.
Nico plays 4 or 5. He can play center. He can go out to the 3. He's more like a hybrid. It took him a while to really learn under Kermit Davis' offense, coming in from a junior college. But he showed a lot of progression at the end of the year. And if he can seamlessly step into that position at the beginning of the year, you're looking at probably a first, second team All-Conference USA by the end of the year. Probably even preseason at that.
Shoot, and also Tweety Knight is probably going to have to step up his game who is the next coming point guard for MT. He is definitely going to have to step up his game. Also shooting. He shoots for a point guard. His numbers are a little low, only shooting 52% from the free throw line. He could work on his three-point game, son, only shooting 34%.
Yeah.
And, in this offseason, he definitely needs to develop his mid-range, I believe, a little bit more.
Yeah, he'll be trying to fill the footsteps of his brother, Marcos.
Yeah.
He was all Sun Belt, first team. Tweety has that potential. He's more like a Bruce Massey. He has a lot of steals in the backcourt, mainly for defensive reasons. He can drive, but yes, it's going to be like a Rajon Rondo offseason. He's going to have to work on that jumper so they can go out and guard him beyond the three-point line, which will open up more drives and just be a total complete player by the start of the year.
Most definitely.
All right. Well, thanks, you guys. That was a great discussion tonight. We'll be right back with Lena, Jordan, and Julian. I'm Lena Klein. I'm here with Jordan Taylor and Julian Seifert, and we are talking about the NCAA tournament today. Julian, who do you have picked to win?
I have the Louisville Cardinals picked down. The reason why I picked them, they have a tough team. They've been against a lot of tough competitors, a lot of them actually, like Duke, Oregon, real tough teams. They have a lot of heart. They're doing it real big in the NCAA tournament. I feel like they can go forward.
I think another thing we have to add, though, is their emotion. After that last game with Kevin Ware's injury, they have emotion to play with.
Emotion to get them far, too. They're going to do it all for Kevin Ware. Kevin Ware, he's a key player on their team. He broke his leg. They're going to do it real big.
Julian, I'll give you, that's a good pick, but you got to go with the Michigan Wolverines. The boys in blue are going to bring home the title to Ann Arbor. It's their first Final Four in 20 years. And look, they've got one of the best players in the nation in Trey Burke. He's probably the best point guard, and they have won their 4 games by a combined total 315 to 253. They are shooting 48% from the field this year, which is top 10 in the nation. I don't see how you can overlook a team like Michigan when they're playing probably the best basketball out of anybody in the country this year.
Is Michigan going to be able to stand up to Syracuse's defense, though?
Absolutely. look at, like I said, they're shooting 48% from the field. And then their defense has only allowed 63 points per game throughout the tournament. So you can't overlook their stout defense either.
It's true. What do you think?
Even with them, they're the big team in the East, Big East. I mean, their record is 33-5, and then they have the leadership of Russ Smith. Russ Smith is a player. He does it great. He's going to push the team all the way forward.
If you're talking about players, Trey Burke, look at the 3 he hit against Kansas. He brought that team back in the second half. He has ice running through his veins.
With Duke, did you see Russ Smith in the second half? He went in. He gave them what they needed, all they needed actually. Even when Kevin Ware went down, they were emotional. What did they do? He brought the leadership to the team. He brought it forward.
So you're comparing that to Trey Burke's
it's not even
game
with
time
the emotion.
3 with little
It's not
time
even
on the
with
clock?
emotion. If you have a teammate that goes down with a very severe injury, I mean, and you had just a lot of people crying on the court, I feel like as Russ Smith, he brought the team back with 10 points, I believe. I'm correct, but yes.
Well, Burke's averaging about 16 points per game and 8 assists the tournament. So, I mean, that's pretty good numbers too. And plus, you're looking at they've scored over 70 points per game in all 4 of those games. So I don't see how you can – they beat Florida, top 15 team consistently throughout the year by 20 points.
They beat Duke by, I believe, 16, I don't remember the score exactly, but like I said, Russ Smith gave it to them.
Well, I just don't see how you can overlook a team like Michigan. What weaknesses do you see in Michigan?
None, just like I don't see any with the Cardinals.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get a good game from both teams.
We will.
This weekend, I guess we'll be able to see. That's all we have for right now.